Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. But first of all, let me introduce the sponsor of this video, simplefx.com, which offers Forex and cryptocurrency CFDs trading. You can see this site right now on my screen, and the links to simplefx.com you can find in the description under this video. Okay, and starting with euro dollar as usual, so I have this is 1 hour chart. And this is a little bit of my trades I had. Is here we were previous week. Okay, so this is a little bit consolidation. So you can see all working with exactly the same levels as I showed you last week. So I had a small buy here on Monday, then I had another buy here, then a bit of consolidation, and I had a sell from this level. So not very big movements for me. So it's about 10 pips on each of them. But this is how I walk out with the levels. So I'm just giving you, showing you a little bit of the previous movement. So again, so you can see how I'm placing the orders. Okay, so all levels, and these are consolidations around the levels. So this was previous week. Okay, guys, there will be lots of news again this coming week. So bear in mind again financial news and of course political. Right, we do have again Syria. So all the news, just listen and see what's happening. So with the opening of the market, I don't know what's going to happen. It will have jumps or anything. Unfortunately, I won't be able to trade on Monday. So I'm going to miss a day, and for me it's going to be just Tuesday. So I'm having exactly the same levels again. As you can see, we did not get out from our bigger consolidation. We did come out a bit from the pattern again, right, from the pennant. Okay, so we did get out again from it, and now we are slightly above it. Okay, so this is the level from the pennant, so we're above it. And of course, how it stopped right now, I would expect possibly a continuation of going up, as because we are kind of standing up at the pennant, but you never know. Okay, so what my view would be here. So if the market will not jump, like I'm saying on Monday, with Sunday, Monday for opening the market, I would see a bit of possible consolidation around this level. And from this point, I would have just looking placing the buy orders, painting orders from that level up. Okay, because I can't place really a sell order right now, as it's very wide, and I can't really use this level much as it's going down a little bit and very, very close to this level. So in my opinion, I wouldn't go for any other selling options right here. Okay, so I mean, it could be if it will create a very narrow channel around here, then it will be possibility to place, but I wouldn't do so. And like I'm saying, I wouldn't be able to do it on Monday. It's a little bit risky. So for me, it would be only Tuesday. So that's what I'm saying. If I would be looking for the Monday trade, possibly some consolidation and just placing the painting orders from that level up. Okay, so next, what I would be waiting for, hopefully, well, anything wherever it will move up, then I will be waiting for again the consolidation around this level. Well, maybe it will do something again, something like that. But you can see the point of how I do it. So possibly going to the next level and do any consolidation here, and of course placing the orders again both directions. And of course, if it will go up, then it would be next level just from the previous trades, remember, and the tops, all the levels are the same if it's going up. Okay, so just going to show you the bigger picture. You can see what I'm talking about. So if it will jump up here, that would be the next one opportunity to look for. Okay, if it will ignore it, possibly going to the next that level, so we'll have another level. Okay, so that area. So again, I'm just talking about the areas, not exactly the levels. Could be a little bit below, a little bit higher, right on the level. So somewhere around here. Okay, so that will be looking at placing orders. Of course, if it will go just straight up all the time, wherever it will stop, I will be looking, of course, more towards correction. But you never know. Okay, so any good consolidation and placing the order. So this is if it will go up. If it will go down, this is what I will be waiting for. Anything will slowing down around this area. Okay, so I still have this level, so anything here, and that's where I will be looking for placing the orders again, either continue the way down, okay, or turning around again and back possibly this area again, maybe to this level again. Okay, so if it will go down, so with the weight going down from here, if it will, you see, I will be moving this, you see, giving you all the details. I will be moving this level. It's our pennant, see, but I still will use it, move it a little bit down here. It's still quite good distant to here, just in case, you know, it could be stopped again, because we have been stopped here. You see the bottoms here a little bit, and the previous candles also in that area, right? So just in case, it might ignore it, okay? It might ignore it to go right to this one, or even ignore those two and go to here. But just in case, the first stop, I would possibly maybe some reverse pullbacks. A possibility would be from this level. Okay, so I'm just like warning you about anything that can happen, and just looking at any options, right? So I'm going to leave it here for now, just to see if the market will go back to this area. Just bear in mind about this level. Okay, so this is all the options. That's what I will be looking for. Okay, so the first, if it will go up to this level, if it will go down, looking around this area and placing the orders. Then of course, level by level, possibly maybe even going to this level, as we are very close to designated area now, so it's probably could have some movements final. Don't forget, we still have this one using that little wing right here, so of course it can go all the way down here without touching it. It might turn around, because you see in the bigger picture we're still kind of, it doesn't look like a flag, at the same time head and shoulder. And like I'm saying now, maybe the news again, you see the political news, financial news, something coming, that might be finally movements, but right now we're still sitting in nowhere right here. Okay, so these are the thoughts with euro dollar. Now going to pound dollar. Okay, so let's go just a little bit smaller picture again, so you can see where I am. So this was remember the consolidations. I told you about this level. Next to this level, you can see the movements are happening right now with the Mondays. So you see pretty much closer to American session. That's why I was saying to you that I would wait for consolidation during European session, possibly before the American session. So this is what happened. I only placed the buy orders at that point from this level again. So small trade again here. I didn't do anything right here because I didn't like the area. Then it went in here, had a little buy around here again, small, and also I had a sell from this level. So right now I'm in a bad trade. So I'm telling you the truth. You see, always, it's not always a good trade. So here I got in a bad trade right now. So I'm going to keep it because, like I'm saying, with all this news and unpredictable, you see, we had about, again, some political news, some political events, and that's why we had some movements with pound. And again, I don't know what's going to happen with all of this news from Syria, so it might jump up because America is in initiative, but we know that what's there, America, UK, and France, I think, also, right, joining this Syrian again bombing. So who knows how it's going to affect all the currencies this coming week. So what I'm going to wait with pound dollar. Now, okay, let's just go on a smaller picture. Again, I'm saying with Mondays I'm going to miss, but if it will not jump, I would just wait for any consolidation around this level. Okay, so this will be the first. Hopefully it will come, for example, and then give something which will be looking like a little bit head and shoulder. If it will give another shoulder around here, so which I would be more again towards like it should probably go down. Also, it did went really high, so expecting a bit of a correction, okay, from the such movement, such a big movement. That's why, of course, from that level possibly would see expected more towards correction, but of course it can continue all the way up, right? Like I'm saying, to know what's this week going to bring with all these things happening. Okay, so I would wait just for consolidation around this area. So if it will move down, this would be again back to this level, okay, and looking for placing orders, and then next one is going to be to next level. Okay, so this is if we will go down level by level again. They haven't changed the levels, they're all exactly the same. So let's go in bigger picture so you would see where we are now. We're still at this level, right? Remember I told you it might be as a triangle because we have a top and went down, and now it's creating possibly maybe it will be a double top. We did break it right here, okay, it's broke that level, but the next candle didn't form. You can see it's no formation. So like I'm saying, from here it's either can go down as a bit of correction, or it can continue all the way up. We have the next one target, but I wouldn't go too far yet. So you see that I told you about it. Remember, this is what I was placing here, because yes, it can end up as a flag, who knows. Okay, so if from here it will jump, that's what I'm trying to say, then I would wait for market go to this area. Okay, so if it will go to this area, this is where we'll be waiting for next consolidation. And again, depends what the news is going to be. Technically, of course, we would expect still a bit of a correction, okay, after such a big move, a possible correction. If not, so we'll see how good it will create anything here, and I'll be looking, placing the buy orders and sell orders, okay, pending again. And of course, next is to the next level. Okay, and any consolidation around here. Once again, expecting more to go towards down as a correction, because there was no good correction just yet, and we had a really good move, you see, and like what you see is nearly like 300 pips, so over 200 pips. So of course, at some point, I would have expected a bit of a correction. So, but never mind, you know, with all the things, anything can happen. But these are my levels, okay, for this coming week. All of the same, okay. I am going to move this down because, like I'm saying, first of all, I'm still going through the first, right, as a possible triangle, and see if it will go back down. So then I'll leave it like this. Like I'm saying, if it will continue the way up, then I will move it up. So now you know. Okay, so all those levels, the same. Okay, so this is the view on the pound dollar. Now we're going dollar yen. Had a lot of different small trades around here. You see, this is where, remember, we had a bit of consolidation. So I was saying we would wait consolidation. It went a little bit up, so I could draw this a little channel, which looked like a little bit of a big flag on a bigger picture. On the smaller one, it was also a bit of the flag and double top possibly. So I was selling here a little bit again, selling a bit here. Then there was breaking up here. I was buying a little bit here too. So just a few trades around this area. So now it's actually run away up, went a bit more up to the next area. Remember, we have daily chart. We have some tops around here. So again, with all this news, I don't know what kind of news are going to be with again Syria. When we usually do have this, you know, that possibly the dollar will be getting weaker. I don't know how the market will accept it. So right now here, what I will be waiting for, well, again, it's kind of a bit of a correction of the downtrend. At the same time, we do have a good movements up. I have this level now, that's the new one, and I will be waiting for it to break. Okay, don't forget about this, because if it will start to, again, I'm saying how the market opens to see, then I might need to move this level. Okay, so see if it will be straight away breaking it, or you know, if it will break it a little bit, then I would move it to see will it be stopped because of this bottom. I mean, right now the stronger level would be that way in this situation, because it touch more. Yeah, it has more touching at the bottom. So the candles is broke at one point, right, and then come back. So, and now it's here. That's what I'm saying. If the market, why I'm leaving it like this, with opening the market on a smaller chart, of course, this was 4-hour chart, so you'll see a bit better. I would be looking if it will be some consolidation around this level. Okay, maybe it will get between these two. So at that point, I would be just looking, placing the sell orders possibly. Okay, pending orders. If it will go up or even try to get between these two, then I'll be placing, of course, looking closer between here to, like I'm saying, for me, Monday I will miss. On Tuesday I will see before, probably at the end of Monday, before the Asian session, to see where the market will be. If it will be somewhere around here, then I'll be placing orders again, buy pending order slightly higher and sell pending order from that level. Okay, so of course it will, if it will jump down, for example, and I move it a bit and see where it's going to jump and where it's going to slow down, maybe around this level. If not, for example, I'll just leave it here for now. Okay, maybe somewhere lower. Okay, somewhere in the middle. I mean, might ignore everything and just go straight. I will see any slowing down in the middle here, if not to the next level, and any consolidation around this area, and of course next down to the next level. So that's how it is. And the other way, again, I have the same levels, right? It's quite big distances, right? So if we go for smaller ones, if it will break that one, then go to the next level, and of course then look at watching and see what we have next after that. If, like I'm saying, it could be anything, big movements, maybe, could be, just depends what the news will bring, how the market react. So any slowdown here and then going up, so that would be the next level. Okay, so something in the middle, of course, because the distances are quite big. So up here, possibly something in the middle here, something in the middle between these two levels maybe, but those are kind of pretty much the target areas. okay, and down again, as I said, from here somewhere around here in the middle, next level and next level. So that's quite straightforward, okay, for the things. Now going to Australian dollar. So finally it's moved, okay, so it has moved from here, which I didn't do anything because it was really wide. I was telling you about it started to consolidate a little bit, but it's really wide, so I didn't go for any trades. And it's moved here, so this was my trade, so I went up in here, okay. And so what I'm waiting for now, again, for consolidation around this level. You see it's been stopped again by here, so any consolidation around here, and I'll be placing orders again buy, and hopefully it will finish and touch that area, okay, or will go down again, okay. So we'll see. It's like I'm saying, it could be stronger news, wherever, like I'm saying, will affect American dollar. So if it will go up, possibly it might even start to break from that level, okay. If it will consolidate around this level, then placing the orders again. Again, I'm saying, don't forget about the news, what's going to happen. Any news, then possibly it might continue the way up, and somewhere in the middle then, okay. So we have like this top, then wait for any consolidation around this top, and it might go to next top. So then just consider those tops. I'm not going to draw right now because we still have to break either that level or that level and go somewhere. So if it will break that level and go down, then possibly you can go back to this area, okay. And then I will be looking at again placing the both orders, okay, again buy and sell, which I mean it can maybe consolidate in here for a while a little bit. Again, depends what the news are going to be. There's lots of levels are crossing around this area, so that's what I'm going to consider. But my areas again still were right now inside the channel. I mean, from the, you see, downtrend, expectation was of the correction inside that. But like I'm saying, with what's happening with Syria and with like the trade contract, right, with American not sanctions, like the American trade contract, as you know, right, affecting like Australia and Canada and China. So all this news, all the mess, what can happen, anything can happen. So, but the first level again, on the smaller chart, go back again, this is the first area once again, right, next this level, that area, if it will go down from here, depends, possibly slowing down, something stopping in the middle, because you can see it's a really huge area between these two levels, something in the middle here, and then go down to this area, okay, and possibly here a little bit messy maybe, and then we will see what's going to happen, okay. So these are pretty much the same level sustained. Dollar CAD, and here we go, really worked out well again this week. So you see where I said to you I was in a trade already, and I was telling you either go wait for, if you want to go into trade with dollar CAD, either waiting for come in here, consolidate, it didn't, or draw this level and sell from that level. So you see market went down, so I had another trade here. You see when it started to consolidate, but I used still that level, didn't go for the first part. I waited for a little bit more consolidation around this level, so went down, so sold here. I had a little bit of the consolidation here, which I was also selling around here too. I just didn't draw it, see, but you can see. So now we are sitting around this area a little bit, just as you can see, all goes by level, from level by level. Of course, from this point, I would have expected more towards a correction, okay, because well, we are in a downtrend, a little bit of the correction inside it. But like I'm saying again, what's the news are going to bring? Who knows? And it might have a little bit of, you know, sitting around here. You see, we've been previously sitting here a little bit, so maybe it will consolidate a little bit longer before it will make movements. But I mean, at this point, I mean, I can have a possible place in the order, like sell from that level, okay? The more it will go a little bit, so there is an opportunity to place the orders to sell, but there is no much to place in the buy, because it's a very wide channel. You can see that we're quite wide right now, and as for me, it's kind of a little bit, could be a little bit risky. You see, well, I mean, I have 50 pips up, so well, maybe to use that level, so it's about 50 pips or even like 70 pips to get there, which is probably a little bit more down here, but yeah, so you see it's about the same. So possibly I will use it, just saying this is really wide, but if it's already, you see, like that area, so if there will be no jumps, okay, by the time I will be able to look at the market, if there will be no jumps and it will consolidate a little bit between it, then I will be placing orders, okay, buy pending order and sell pending order, because like I'm saying, technically it does look like it might need a bit of correction, but except like I'm saying, it might correct all the way and maybe, you know, not make movements and then just like touch it anyway somewhere and then continue the way down if it's inside the downtrend. But again, if something happens, of course it can jump up without any consolidations. So if the market will not give me anything around here, if it will jump, of course this will be the next area, okay, that level, so it will jump around here. And if it will go down, of course, then I would wait and see around this level, so maybe we'll touch that one and see between these two, possibly if there is anything between these two, because this is also probably about you see about 120, 160, so it's about 60 somewhere in the middle. If you'll give something narrow, then maybe go for between those two, okay, place. If not, I'll just wait for it to come closer to this area around there, and then we'll be waiting for any consolidation. Again, possibility more towards a bit of a correction, okay. But right now it's like you see it head and shoulders, walking well, going down. So like I'm saying, possible correction. Technically it should probably continue way down, maybe a little bit of correction, maybe a little bit up, and then continue way down back to these levels, okay. So that would be just a perfect scenario if it will do so. So but this is the technically, but the beginning is around this area. You see it's already starting to give something, and starting first with getting possibly to that level, or a bit of correction and go down in the middle something possibly, or just going down straight to this one, to this level. Okay, and now we're going to euro pound. With euro pound is much easier. It's just a quick. You can see we reached as expected this level. Okay, and now I'm just waiting for any consolidation around this area. So now I'm paying attention on euro pound. So I was waiting for it to go down here, and it's exactly what it did. Now I'm waiting a consolidation, and again see what the news are going to bring. Okay, so and then deciding if it will not have any jumps down or jumps up immediately, right? Then I'll just wait for it to sit around this level. So you see, we'll go on the smaller chart. You can see that it started to sit around here. Okay, so I mean, again, it's going to be wide, so I wouldn't be looking for a very narrow channel around here because it might be quite wide. And if there is going to be reasonable, then I will be looking at placing orders. So easy euro pound, and of course, again, going back up possibly with the levels, and of course if it will go down. Right, so let's do the bigger picture, because the bigger picture, you see, remember we still have like a bit of the double top, or possibly it could be a head and shoulder. So maybe it's time for it to finally break, right? We don't know, maybe pound will still get stronger next week, who knows, right? So like I'm saying, with all the situation, then it might finally finish the head, okay, or double top. I mean, it might not go straight down like this, maybe it will, like it did before. You see, it did. So it could be if something happens, if some urgent news will come up, then of course, if it will do, if something in the middle stops slowing down, okay, then we'll be looking at placing buy and sell orders. Buy because, of course, if it will drop again, then you would expect a bit of correction, okay, maybe not big, but still technically would expect a bit of correction. But anyway, still that would be possibly target area, okay. And then it will go here, also expecting possibly a little bit of correction, if not, but placing the orders both direction. Okay, so it depends again how good the channel will be, or maybe like I'm saying on the smaller charts, looking for any small patterns. Okay, now it's looking like a little bit head and shoulder, right? You can see that. So obviously it's, but why is it creating something looking like head and shoulders? Because you can see we are in downtrend channel, right? So we were going down, and now it wants a bit of correction. It's logically, right? It's technically it's expecting a correction. That's why it might have a shoulder, okay, maybe. But like I'm saying, if it will give a bit of a shoulder, then I will be looking from the neck area buy, right, and from the top, right, sell, because you never know. Maybe it's not going to be shoulder, maybe it will be double top. Given a little bit more for you. Insight, so you would understand the dangers of anything, like, right, not jump into like a trades, like I'm saying, straight away, because yes, it does look like should be a correction from here, but you never know, you see, because we, like you see, we might come out from the channel, we drop a bit of consolidation, then maybe it will drop straight away, a bit of consolidation, and then continue drop. You see, there could be different scenarios. That's why you need to pay attention on it. What is it going to be next? Like I'm saying, it might not do anything, it might be just drop. Okay, if it's changing a little bit of you know, coming out from the from this channel. Okay, so right here. So but at this moment you can't do anything, like, you know, like draw a different bit of different still downtrend, but towards euro going down a bit more. So anything can happen, but this is the area like what I'm waiting for now. So hopefully it's not going to make sharp moves, and still will give a possibility to get into the trades. Okay, gold. Okay, gold had few trades, and again, you see, if there are some news again with war going on, then gold should go up. Okay, so that would be logical, right? Because when something like this happens, people invest in gold, right? Gold, silver. They don't want to invest in currencies when the war happens. So, like I'm saying, could be jump or anything, but we have a bigger picture, right? We are still kind of in, remember, right? Triangle. It didn't come out. I mean, it's stopped here, right? It was trying to break it. It's actually, well, let's say tested it, it's broken, but it came back. So the main candles are still inside. Okay, but like I'm saying, if the market will accept the war situation and not in dollar favor, then we might continue all the way, finally break through this triangle and continue and go up. Okay, so it could be, but I mean, it can go down, but logically, this would, I would expect it more, right? Going towards up. So, well, this week actually, remember, this is where I'm telling you about Monday, before American session, not European, that I would wait for consolidations. Here I was buying a little bit. I was buying once, and then I was buying twice. Unfortunately, I didn't catch all the way. I didn't expect it, of course, and I don't, you know, trade all the time and watch it all the time. So I missed this beautiful movement, because you see all of this, it moves quite a lot, and it's quite widespread right now. So with my trailing stops about 20, even 30 pips, I can't get such big movements. I mean, I can't risk it and just, like, you know, keep it going. And so I was expecting it continue the way to these levels, but you never know. I mean, I was selling here too, but also not all the way, expecting, hoping it will continue all the way. But like I'm saying, with the situation on the market, you can expect any movements, any direction. That's why here I had this area, you see, again, which I was pointing out to you before. I was selling from there before, and again I sold again from this area. So I'm just showing to you all entry points, all the levels I told you about. This is how you can use it. Okay, this is how I use it, this is how it works. So right now you see the market back again in this area. So if there will be no jumps with the opening of the market, which again on Monday, it can be, again, it can move like with American session, for example, again. But with all this war news, right? So who knows the reaction of the market? You know, it can jump up, it can jump down. So anything can happen. But if it will not, I will wait for consolidation around here and placing the orders again, buy and sell. So if it will go up, then I will wait for consolidation around this area, which probably break it like it did last time. You see, it broke it. So I might think it will ignore this area this time. Okay, maybe ignore and just continue way up. Then I would be looking maybe around this level, okay, where that wing is maybe a bit slowing down, give me a bit of correction here, and possibly will continue all the way up, right? So then I would be expecting more, again, with what the news will bring, and to see. Okay, at the same time, again, whatever the news will be, maybe placing both directions, okay, orders. So something like that. So you see, using those ones, and just don't forget about this stop. This is where I will be looking at the possible slowing down, and then to the next level, and possibly slowing down. Of course, remember about the corrections, right? Could be corrections like this. It was like really good move, right? And it could continue, but it's always we need expecting some corrections, right? So it did correct it itself and then come back, and now possibly can go all the way up. So in the event, if it will go down, of course, back to this area, you see, for somehow it's treated this area, okay? So it was all of this movement. I was expecting to possibly go to the next level, but no, it stopped. It stopped around here, where I was thinking it probably is going to come back. So if it will go down, possibly if it will consolidate, then I'll be waiting for around this area again, okay? Maybe, like I'm saying, a little bit high, a little bit low, right in the middle. Who knows, right? But that area, and then next to this level. And of course, you're looking on the bigger picture, all the levels are the same again, so I would have to continue that one to see if it will go down, will be stopped by this maybe, or that level, and then to the next one. Okay, so all of this by level, you can see how it works. It's still working. All the levels if you're using breakout, you see all the levels, all works. You see nothing unusual. I mean, everything going on with the levels. But remember about news, I'm saying news comment. Okay, and pound yen. So again, you can see technically it worked out as head and shoulders. So we were here where I was telling you, you see, I would rather to wait for it to come and consolidate here, but I said it might not do that. Okay, it might stay up. So this is where how you could go. You see, when it started to bit consolidate, all right, with the open in the market, didn't have jumps, but it went up a bit, and then it moved and then pulled back and then started to consolidate again. So I would just place the level here and think, well, okay, if it will break it, then go for it, or just buy from that level when it's not didn't break it. But I mean, it's not really how I like to do. So this is where I would be looking. Okay, it's you see it went up, go back down, stayed here. So buying slightly higher from that area and selling slightly below that area, right? Just in case if it would have continued way down, just like I was telling you. Exactly is you see, and it went. I mean, would have go for all the way, except like when I'm doing it, I probably wouldn't catch this. It's a bit too much. As like I'm saying, I like to go for smaller profits to play a bit more safer. But if pound was going up, you could have just watched what happens on pound dollar and see. You see, it's moved up and just expected where it stopped. Exactly where I was telling you. Okay, so here we go where I said if it will break it and if it will be head and shoulders, then possibly around this area we'll be stopping, because it's pretty much, you know, like when you do patterns, they not always go all the way, so it's too much, right? So we would have to have again somewhere correction has to be, right? This is why I said so possibly this will be the target and touch the top of the uptrend level, and you see now it started to go down a little bit. So what to do now? Again, just I would wait for any correction, well, possibly correction. Okay, so this is what it started. I mean, it didn't give any no consolidation, let's say, right? No pattern right now. But when it's, well, obviously when it's touched, it's broke it and then come back a little bit. So now I would just wait. Possibly this, if it will not jump again, maybe it will jump down, who knows. But if it will not, I would wait just for it to come back a little bit to this area. Okay, and just wait. Well, possibly it could be like, you know, a little bit of flag possibly, and go here, or at the same time maybe it will have a bit of correction around here and then look like a bit of a shoulder. Okay, so if it will, then place the level here and then just place for sell. Okay, so if it will go up, for example, here, then of course using this level of possibility again to place the buy orders, and wherever if it will go, then possibility to sell, okay, wherever it will give. So that's what I'm saying in here. That's what I would have been waiting for. Okay, so that would be mine, the entry points. Either go back to this level, either consolidate here, give a shoulder, a little bit of the kind of the shoulder, and if not, well, wherever it will go down, maybe somewhere in the middle, if something in the middle between these two levels. If not, and go down to next level. Okay, so something like this. And again, if there is something really big happen and it wouldn't want to have a bit of correction, then of course if it will just started to break it, then somewhere in the middle, again looking in the middle between this level and that level, any consolidation, this is what I would be looking for. Okay, and either finish the pattern or starting again from here, like, you know, correction, maybe you'll go back and would correct finally inside that channel. Okay, like I'm saying, don't know what the news will bring. Okay, so, and of course around this area we'll still would have to wait for a bit of the correction, if it would have to be a correction. So that's how I would look at all this pairs. So that's all, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like it, and happy trading, everyone, and I see you next week. Bye, everyone.